Hello, welcome everyone to our first session of the Synoikis Herodotus course. We will be meeting together this way 2 times a week for half an hour. So I look forward to meeting many of you. Of the Synoikis Herodotus course. Just a second. We got a little feedback. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, doing my feedback. This Google Hangout is one way we can meet with each other and interact over long distances. And that's sort of the point of these Synoikis projects, is to gather students from across the country and have them get to meet each other and interact. So the other format for meeting each other online is the Slack app. So you should all, or most of you, there were a couple ads this morning, most of you should have received an invitation to join the general Slack group for the Herodotus course. And while I'm talking here, we are looking at the Slack chat. You guys are saying hi to each other. And I wanted to show you that we have a special chat channel just for the common sessions. So I see that many of you are in the general section. And let's move over to common session, and let me just show you how to do that. And here we go. So here, if you see on my channel that I'm in the general channel, and then I can see pretty easily that I can click over to the chat. Okay, to the common session chat. You may have to click browse the channels and look for common session 0A to find it, but it should be there. I see you all jumping over. Okay, so this allows us to document while we're talking. This allows us to document while we're talking whatever our conversation, and there is a limit of 10 people in the Google Hangout. So the Slack app and the chat room there allows us to get a lot more people involved in the conversation, even if they aren't physically on camera. So that is some of the basics of our formatting, our platforms for conversing online. I can see that I'm going to have to figure out how to mute the button that shows when you guys are talking. Not that it's that loud, but all right. So first, let me ask you if there are any questions. Those of you who are in the Slack common session hangout chat, do you have any questions about using the Slack app? Or, I see that you guys are getting into it, saying hi. It's nice and informal. It should be kind of fun. There's lots of things you can do. And yep, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be kind of like texting, but we can write a little more when we want to, and you can also embed video, and it should be kind of fun without going crazy. We don't know about the character limit. There shouldn't be. We will test that out And if you have to split your posts into 2 pieces, then that'll be fine. If you click on channels, the question is about do we join this this chat for every session? And if you click on the channels, you'll see that we've made chat rooms for every common session. So next Tuesday we'll meet from 7 to 7:30 Eastern time, and we'll join that common session 0B to meet with each other. And then there's like a 1A. A's are Thursdays, B's are Tuesdays. So if you click on that list, it'll pop up. Okay, so there's that question. Since we are talking about Slack, let me tell you another way we're going to use it. You're going to be invited to another team, either tonight or tomorrow. And this is going to be a smaller group team. So that you can really get to know 10 to 15 people quite well, and you'll work together to discuss the books of Herodotus. So there will be similar hashtag groups, or hashtag threads, I should say, channels that you can create in those other team groups as well. And you'll be doing a little more writing in those groups. So that's where we will test the character limit. So very informal, casual setting. I'm pretty excited to try it, but we will do a little bit of formal composition, if you will. Okay, so there are other professors in this group that are not on camera and that are watching for your questions. So they are in the chat as well. These chats also save, so we can, just like we can go back and watch the video of this, if we want to, we can go back and read the chat questions as well. So that's our sort of formatting questions. So again, we are always trying to optimize how we can get you all as students who are reading the same book, how we can get you to interact and meet each other and learn from each other's ideas. So these are the Google Hangouts and the Slack app are our 2 big ways to make that happen. So if I can put some people on the spot, let's jump into meeting a few people in, and so these are, we've got a couple student groups in the Google Hangout, and I see that you all, some of you are saying hi on the chat too. Keep doing that, but I'd like them to take a moment to introduce themselves so we can get some other faces up here. Southwestern, do you want to say hi?
Hello. Hello. Hey. Greetings.
Anything you want to share with us? Fun things happening on your campus? Why you're interested in Herodotus? Whatever.
You know, why did we call you here? Why are you guys here? Talk to us. Just talk. I mean, it's just.
That's a really fun way to get put on the spot as a first group.
Herodotus sounded like an interesting book to read, interesting class to take, and Dr. Haskell is one of our favorite professors. So.
Nice.
Nice work. Nice way to get off on the right foot for the semester. Nice.
I will say Connor is one of our star students in first year Latin, doing excellent work. So he's just sort of expanding his classical offerings.
feeling the love at this table.
Excellent. We're going to come back to you. I'd like you all. Remember, I can mute you. I'd like, and you guys can do this in the Slack chat room as well. Let's play a little 2 facts, 1 lie. And Southwestern, you can do it as a group. 2 facts, 1 lie, and I'm going to come back to you. Belmont Abbey, you can be thinking too, and you guys can chat in the chat room can play. But let's meet some other students from the Belmont Abbey College. They are there. They want to say hi.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, everybody. We're calling in from Belmont Abbey College in North Carolina. We have a class of how many? I think we have 13 usually, but because it's 7 o'clock on a Thursday evening, there are 4 tonight. So I'm going to let them say hello on camera. Say hello, guys.
Hi.
There's enthusiasm.
Welcome. Any fun things you want to share with us? Something cool happening on campus? A reason to study Herodotus? All right, hold on.
Hello.
I would say something, but jokes aren't allowed on the monastery premises.
Jokes are allowed.
All right, what do you want to share?
Nothing. They got nothing.
That's okay. We'll work on that.
Just before you came over to us, when the first group had their very enthusiastic response and said it was their favorite professor, I heard murmurings behind me that they are in the Herodotus class because it's mandatory. So, so not quite as enthusiastic.
But it's
Whatever gets you here.
A fun fact, we have 19 kids collectively between 4 of our families.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank you. Hashtag Catholic parents.
All right. Will you, Belmont Abbey, be thinking of your 2 lies and what did I say? 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
That's right. Eileen, would you like to join us? I see you on camera here. There's a little delay. Keep that in mind. There's always a little bit of a delay.
Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead, Eileen.
Can you hear us?
Bobby. Yep. I can hear you.
It's so delayed.
I can hear myself. That's bad.
Oh, it's just a really big delay.
Okay, hey everyone. We're in Findlay at the University of Findlay. Working on muting you. Oh, okay. And should we do 2 truths and a lie? Let's do 2 truths and a lie. We like Patrick's classroom. We like the exposed brick.
Nice.
That's our truth.
Nice.
What? I don't want to talk.
like it's new. You should all come to the Abbey. Woo.
Nice.
Amazing.
Eileen, did you guys have 2 truths and a lie?
No, we didn't prepare for that. We were trying to figure out the sound thing, I think.
It sounds good now.
Okay, so we got it. 2 truths and a lie, like about all of us?
Oh, whatever.
So University of Findlay is the largest public school in Ohio.
University of Findlay is the
Back
largest
to you. Let me,
school in Ohio. And our mascot is an oil oil derrick, I mean, and we love Patrick's brick wall. And we friend with Gwen.
So you're in Ohio. Your mascot is a oil derrick and of the Belmont Abbey exposed brick. One of those is a lie?
Well, the first one was supposed to be we're the largest public school in Ohio.
The largest public school in Ohio. Mm.
That's a lie, I think.
So, Slack channel users, which one of those is a lie? Largest public university in Ohio. Their mascot is an oil derrick, and they like the Belmont Abbey wall. Oh. So, let's see the chat rooms. They already admitted that they like the wall, so that's definitely the fact, or the truth. Excuse me. All right. Are they correct? Eileen,
Yeah.
see the responses. That's okay. All right. Would the Southwestern students like to share truths and a lie?
Absolutely.
Confidence in the face of
Rowdy group.
All right, so we are smaller than the 2 high schools in Georgetown, Texas, which is where we are. We have a football stadium on campus. And what was the third one?
We sacrifice food offerings
That's
to a
right.
statue.
Okay.
Could have made that last
Smaller
one.
than the 2 high schools in the town. Football stadium on campus. And they sacrifice food offerings.
To a statue. You have to put to a statue as well. We don't just sacrifice.
Statue.
It's to a statue.
There's guesses. A lot of no stadiums, but they are in Texas, people. Texas.
Yes, Texas.
Are you going to admit to us which is the?
Well, it looks like you guys got it right. We don't have a football stadium on campus. Sorry.
But you do play football, don't you?
We do.
You're a good team, don't you?
Even though they share a stadium with one of the high schools, which is, so we have a football team that actually won the league championship this year, but they've never had a home game ever.
All right. Thank you for playing. That's good. Belmont Abbey, did you come up with something?
I think they figured it out. I'm not going to say anything.
Do you have 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah, we do. Okay, the first thing is that the bricks on campus are handmade by students and monks here on campus. The second one is that of the 900 students that live on campus, over 100 are baseball players. And the third thing is that the closest Walmart is 30 minutes away.
All right. Exposed brick made by handmade by students and monks. I missed the middle one. I just blanked. Oh, 900 people on campus, 100 of which are baseball players. And then closest Walmart is 30 minutes away.
Yep.
Let's see. There's guesses on all fronts there.
That's over 10 baseball teams. Yes, it is over 10 baseball teams, but and yet we manage.
Anyone want to give us the no one could survive that far from a Walmart? No.
We do. The lie is the Walmart being 30 minutes away. We do have a lot of baseball players. Does that
No, just baseball.
Okay, that's just baseball. We have softball on top of that.
Wow.
The bricks are all made. The original bricks in the background here were made by the monks who first set up the school. But now each year when new students come in as part of the welcoming ceremony, each student makes a brick I guess, to replace these ones or something when they come out.
Well, they build new things on campus with them. The
Yeah.
bridge that they just.
Oh, they just built a bridge this year out of the last couple of years' bricks.
Wow.
And there is actually a Walmart on the land owned by the college. So technically it's 0 minutes away, depending on how you measure these things. But that was the lie, 30 minutes.
Nice. All right. Cool. Thank you for playing. Professor Good, would you like to join in? I have a feeling that Professor Good has a good poker face. Guess his lie.
No, it's bitchy resting face, actually. So I'm unmuted now, right?
No,
you can hear me?
You're not muted, Professor Good.
Okay, so you can hear me then?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, greetings, everyone listening in. My name is Jonathan Good. I'm an associate professor of history at Reinhardt University, which is in Tennessee. Has an eagle as a mascot, and the colors gold and blue. Which of those is a lie?
Tennessee, eagle mascot, gold and blue colors. I think I know this one. I do know this one. Guesses? Let's see. Bobby guessed not in Tennessee. Anyone else? Yep, they're all guessing that the Tennessee one is incorrect. Nice work.
Okay, so now you have to ask, okay, which state of the other 49 are we in?
Let's see. Looks like we got, Georgia was guessed by several. Well,
That's correct.
Patrick knew that. Bobby knew that. So, but.
Yes, so Waleska is about an hour north of Atlanta. It's in the foothills of Appalachia, and it's a very beautiful part of the country. Stop by if you're ever driving through.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Thank you for playing, Professor Good. It makes it fun. So I hope you enjoyed that as a game. Two cool things. You got to see some actual student faces, some professor faces, and Eileen and Bobby and their span of the room. Those are Finlay grad students, and they are going to be your team leaders. They'll be introducing themselves to your smaller teams on chat. They'll set up teams for you and invite you to the smaller teams later today and tomorrow. So they will be your team leaders. It'll be very fun, I think. So it's fun to get to know you all a little bit and have some fun seeing that we can have this kind of casual, fun conversation with all different parties of our group and from all across the country. But we also, we're playing two truths and a lie with a little bit of a purpose. And that is that when you're reading Herodotus, you may find yourself thinking, this is a truth, this is a truth, this sounds like a lie. So one of the hallmarks of Herodotus's history is his attempt to check sources and get eyewitness accounts and try to really examine, and that's what historia means. It's inquiry, examination, really examine some of the historical facts that he is looking into. But he is an early practitioner of this attempt to dig up truth for history, for historical events and events of the past. So sometimes he doesn't quite get it right, and that's kind of the fun part of reading him, is trying to figure out where he trusts a source that maybe he shouldn't have or not. So that's my little 2-minute Herodotean, you have to take him with a grain of salt. All right. So with that said, any questions about, big questions about what we're reading or what Herodotus is about? Obviously, that's some of the fun here is coming in with no prior knowledge and reading a book that you'd never never have read before. But any thoughts or questions about Herodotus before we close?
Has already. Oh, I was just gonna type it.
I'll say it.
Go ahead.
Phil and Abby have already started the book.
Okay, good deal. So you know a little bit about what I was saying about some things being sketchier than others.
Yeah, and how he kind of mentions it, that like, well, this is what's said. And
All right, so you can even see him analyzing lies or not 100%, things that aren't 100% true, right? So, good. All right, other thoughts? What were, Belmont Abbey, since you started reading a little, what was something you found funny or interesting that he called out as not as trustworthy? Or something you thought was fun that or interesting that he put in the histories?
We had an extended chat about camels, actually. We had a lot of discussion about whether horses really are scared of the smell of camels. Erica?
Yeah, and it was interesting because it came up in a completely different context where the Roman Emperor Claudius, and I looked this up, it wasn't just in the novel, he actually claimed to have won a great military victory by putting camels in fog ahead of the enemy army.
I think the camels probably just scared the people though.
Yeah, so camels really have been a theme this week, I guess.
That I did not expect, and I'm excited to hear about it. So, excellent. All right. Well, we are about to we're about to sort of close this first session, and it was supposed to be fun and an introduction to a little bit about what we're doing. Please join us again next week on Tuesday from 7 to 7:30, and we can bring up some of these questions that maybe you thought of as we were talking. Somebody wrote alternative facts in the chat, which I love because this is what we're talking about. How can you spin things? Politics a little bit different than history, but we can talk about that some as well. I think it would be good to sort of, as you go through your daily life, thinking about source material, because that's what Herodotus did, and how he analyzes facts from, well, this is what people say, but I don't really believe it. So enjoy that. Technically, we're not going to read book 1 until next week. I saw that question come up. This is more of just an informal get to know you. Some classes have started already, and so they've started reading, and that's okay. It's okay that some are a little ahead. We'll all get on the same page soon. Yes, you will get invites to your smaller Slack groups and get to meet each other there. And yeah. I realized that I started this in very poor form. My name is Gwen Gruber, and I'll direct the course. So please feel free to direct message me on Slack and ask me any questions as they come up if you don't want to put them in the general channel. But otherwise, welcome, and I'm excited to spend the semester with you. All right, keep chatting in the chat room if you want. And everybody wave goodbye.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Gwen.
Thank you, Gwen. Bye.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.